Hello guys, this is Bhavna Sharma from Surprista Design, and as I have shown in the intro of my video, we are going to talk about the brand designing of a travel brand. So it is called Dream Journey Vacations. So from the name you can imagine thousands of concepts in your mind and can draw it on the paper. But when you show it to the client, that won't amaze them, because clients have specific requirements, specific perceptions about their brand in their minds. So whenever you are dealing with a client, you should always take down their requirements properly. So by the requirements, I mean you should always see what's their perspective about the brand, what they actually want to focus. What are their target audiences, what are their preferred color palettes, what kind of mood board they want when you are going to design something. So there are thousands of options available nowadays in the market. You can easily generate any type of logo with the help of AI. But those results won't suffice clients, because clients want exactly what they have in their mind for their brand. So regarding any branding design, you should always follow the branding secret rule. It is called the 60-30-10% rule. So whenever we are designing a brand, we should always focus on the primary colors 60% and the rest of will be the secondary colors. When we are playing with the color palettes, we can try out different combos using UI gradients, or maybe you will try the color pickers, and there are many other extensions available nowadays. So when I was working on this project, I specifically focused on my color palettes, and as you can see, my rough shot was a mess. There are hundreds of vectors regarding travel services, the travel elements, regarding their focused audience, people traveling, travel elements, and different type of vectors. So when you're playing with vectors, you can always download different type of vectors using FreePic or Vectizy kind of vector generating websites. But those aren't free. Yeah, sometimes they provide premium designs which aren't possible for a beginner design to download, because they don't have much of the budget and they can't access those tools. So in that case, you can always redesign your concept on the paper and can trace those designs using Adobe Illustrator. Whenever you are designing any type of brand, you should always firstly get your rough shot done on the rough paper. So whenever you're drawing something, always keep in mind client always require high quality files. So I suggest always make everything in SVG format. So whenever you are designing any type of path, shape or vector, you should always export them SVG. SVG is the highest standard for any type of designer. Secondly, if we talk about typography, you should always use monotype or font pairing generators. See, font pairing generators always gives best results on the type of brand you are working on. So in my case, I was working on the travel aggregator online platform, which seriously required the main focus on their target audiences and wanted members to book their services through their portal. So when I was browsing their portal, it was lacking many type of branding consistency, and they weren't focusing on their branding rule, which is 60-30-10% as I shared before, and there were other kind of lackings which I mentioned them and suggested them to improve. So while I was working on their mood board, I shifted my focus on their target audiences and their demographics more to design accordingly. And from my own experience, if you want to take your branding to next level, you should always speak with your logo. See, the designing is the simplest first part, I can say, for any type of brand. But when you are converting them to CSS code and when you are going to turn into them low-t CSS animations, or you are going to run that brand into actions, it is going to be very different. So you should always follow the thorough process mentioned by the branding experts. A branding identity typically consists a perfect blend of your typography, your font choices, your color choices, the mood board, the ambience of the brand, and their concept. So you have to keep all that in mind while designing. Typical brand's positionings is always derived by its brand voice, their values, their mission. So whenever we are designing their concept, we should always keep all these pieces together and design accordingly. And if you are choosing between the color palette compromise, the fonts faces of the brand, you should always consider your color should speak more. See, the colors are the real essence of any brand. So the color palette should always be clean, precise, professional, and designed in a well manner. So how can you defeat other designers and get your design on the top where you want a specific unique positioning in the market? See, the funda is very simple. You just have to follow the brand designing secret which I have mentioned before, and along with that always play with your creativity. The more creative you are, the more likable you will be in the design industry. So see, when I'm talking about my project, I played along with around 100 plus designs, and then I sorted them out in the final 5 and then showed the client the last 2 designs, in which the one was successfully finalized by the client. This is a very simple process. All you just have to go deep beyond your imagination and always create your best. If you are an aspiring designer and if you want to learn more and do good in this industry, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel and follow for more great updates. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a great day.